What's happening, everyone? Aaron Jackson here with the Rotation Report. This is not financial advice, the not great edition. Yeah, that's right. Lots going on, and it is not great out here. Uh, First up, let's talk about a few key things. Okay, one bullish thing we might as well start on a positive is look, selling in the morning sellers, right? They say amateurs rush in, professionals close the market. So okay, we're seeing some selling in the morning. That's good. That's a nice change. That's been pretty obvious lately. So okay, there's that. That's a good thing. um but yeah, we've had a couple setups fail here and there in momentum and growth, and then a few more, and now lots of lost fake breakouts, all sorts of stuff. So when we're looking at some of these, evaluating some of our stocks and some of these dips, and is it time to bail? Is it time to not bail? Well, one thing I like to do is look at 40 RSI level on the daily chart, and then you want to make sure you have like a higher low. If you get a lower low, there's a chance it's just a washout. But you want to see the higher lows for the most part. And yeah, it does seem like a lot of people want to just see the world blow up. So that's not great, whether they're Fed members or whoever. Seems not great. But we might as well get into it here. First up, we've got momentum stocks. Usually do not track this ETF, MTUM, but you can see here, last couple of weeks, lost the 50-day moving average, a lot of trapped longs here. And then there you go, rejected at the moving averages this week. You can see it's pretty vulnerable. But again, watch that 40 RSI. We're looking for this gap fill, 248, something like that. Does that gap hold from Friday? Well, we'll see on the close. We'll see. But you can see how it gets worse from here. And the thing you really don't like is not enough of a spike in fear. You got failed breakouts all in the spaces. We'll get into that, all over the place. Failed breakouts, not a big spike in fear. We want to see it up here towards the green, even though it doesn't happen that often. We want to see some more fear. There probably should be a little bit more fear out here. And then here's a chart that really stands out. So we've got broker dealers, your Goldman Sachs, your Morgan Stanley, those boys. They hit all-time highs yesterday and tried to break out. Meanwhile, recent IPOs via the ETF IPO, it has broken down and is actually making new lows today. This is a divergence that can't really continue. Like, how the hell is Goldman going to make money if IPOs are crashing, right? Like, sure, refinancings, spinoffs, whatever, but like, this doesn't jive really well. So I imagine we're going to see a bunch of fake breakouts in the banks. And I think we got another chart or two on that. And then regional banks. Okay, very interesting. Don't really like to see this. We had that panic about the subprime lenders and the blowups and the frauds. And then ever since then, it's just been kind of a corrective bounce. And now you stop at the 50-day moving average yesterday, and it just makes it vulnerable. We need to see more. We need to see more there, especially yesterday. Banks are making new highs. JP Morgan, we'll get to that. But yeah, it seems like everyone's hiding out in healthcare now. That's great. I mean, what is not correlated with any of this AI bullshit, any of that? Yeah, boring healthcare stocks. So makes a lot of sense. And yeah, we've got Gilead Sciences, fresh all-time high breakout today. We'll see if it sticks above 123, 124 there. That's the hope. That's the hope. You've got Amgen, you've got Lilly breaking out, those type of things. We got a couple more, Thermo Fisher. So, if you're looking to hide there, that's great. But if you want to hide in metals and mining, well, shit. Recently we had that little breakdown, right? A little sell off, a capitulation gap down last Tuesday or so. You bounce back. Silver hits a new high yesterday, leads the miners to a new high. Well, shit. Well, shit. Also, that high was basically the pre-Great Financial Crisis high there. So, it could be a scenario where it's just a trap door now, and this continues to roll over. I don't know. Silver made a new high yesterday. I think in the long run, silver's going to 700, but that doesn't mean it has to do anything positive for the next week or two, right? And then we've got semi RS. So the SOX versus S&P 500. It couldn't sustain above the 2024 high. I think that's pretty notable. Maybe not. Maybe maybe the weightings are just so broken that it doesn't matter. But very interesting to just see it stop and roll over from there and possibly even top here. And a lot of people are getting, interested in speculative names, and they've been interested in the speculative names on the pullback. And they're like, let's buy some quantum. Let's go. There's a lot of blood in the streets. It's been cut in half. And yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I would say, you measure this top, you're looking for something in like 35. We're looking more like this 35, but I guess if you really want to force something, maybe around this 40, 41, but yeah, it measures to the 30s and like they don't there's just not a lot of good there. Not a lot of good there. And speaking of not good, we've got MicroStrategy. Okay, strategy, whoever the fuck. 52-week lows there, taking out that recent low. And yeah, do we have Bitcoin? Yeah, 99K on the Bitcoin. And there is a world where Bitcoin is trading at like 72K in a week or two. So got to be wary of that. But time will tell. We're gonna need to see a change in tune from the Fed. But this thing just, man, 99 problems. I don't know. Maybe I think there's some voodoo out there that says Bitcoin, you sell it on October 6th of this year, and that's the high, right? On just a time cycle. And this thing is nailed like the last 3 cycles. I've got October 5th, 2026 in my Google Calendar. So so you remember to buy it there. So put October 5th, 2026 in your calendar for buying Bitcoin. We'll see if it works out. Maybe it will. And here's SanDisk. I've been on the train like, hey, listen, this AI rally, it's real. It's very real. And finally, these momentum leaders that just continued to go up, even though the Oracle was going down, stuff like that. They're finally cracking now. So SanDisk breaking. And I think what's really happened here is, it might just be around the AI video. I think the AI video is just devouring resources and possibly driving OpenAI to bankruptcy. And maybe that's why they're like, hey, we want some government guarantees on these loans. Whatever they're doing, it was very bullish for all the suppliers, and then not great for the data centers, not great for OpenAI customers. So that's pretty interesting. And there are some opportunities in theory, theoretical opportunities. Here's Vertiv, data center cooling, recent breakout in, late September, testing a recent low here and the 50-day moving average. And you're still above the prior breakout level. A couple months ago, be like, hell yeah, this is going to bounce. But now, like we're seeing some similar looking setups not work. So not the greatest. And then, another biotech, healthcare sort of name, pharma name, Vertex Pharma, kind of an interesting consolidation. Very nice base there, a couple years long, right? So that's a good one to keep an eye on. Could be some room there. I mean, maybe the healthcare rally can continue. It's so uncorrelated. It's just a real nice safe space. And then AMD on Tuesday, I think it was, they pounded the table. No, the AI demand is still strong and probably is. Does the market give a shit? Could be. You got a nice little downtrend break there, but so far you're just basing above it. So, if the buyers do want to step in, like that looks fine. It looks like this wants to be the leader in the group. So, not bad. That's a piece of bullshit evidence for now. And, you look across this rally and so much of the electronics, it's not just semiconductors, it's not just AI, this is electronics manufacturing flex. And some of these companies, they're building like electronics for defense, right? So we don't want to lump them all together, but the market might lump them all together. So keeping an eye on Flex, just another one of these ones. It's like, okay, that's a nice spot, but you could say, oh shit, it's also could roll over, but we'll see. And then yesterday, JP Morgan, fresh break to all-time highs, and today, massive rejection. It's just, how are you going to have these overpriced IPOs just collapsing? And then, the AI, okay, you want to say the AI, the data centers are screwed? The AI is the economy. Let's not kid ourselves here. Like, even everybody, the transports, the rails, everything, all the boring, cement, concrete, everybody's an AI play these days. So, not great to see this sharp rejection in JP Morgan. And then we've got Micron. Yeah. So I don't have the fib grid drawn on this chart, but this 2024 summer high, this was the top of the summer AI trade. I think Jensen was signing tits back then, right? And this day right here, I mean, it was an extension target right there, and then that was the top of the trade. It sold off. Well, guess what happened Monday? Monday, gap up into the next extension target, and then that's been the top since. So, you know, would not be surprised to see it continue to sell off here. And you think about it, like the AI like component names we want to buy have just started to break down. So, I mean, I think we've got Oracle coming up, looking closer to a support, closer to a washout, but like the component names, absolutely nowhere where we would want to even consider, buying them. So, a lot of moving pieces in this little AI trade too. And Northrop Grumman, to get away from the AI a little bit, look at that thing, top of the old range, defense name. They're busy. They're booked for years. Giant backlog. Why wouldn't it hold up? I don't know. I don't know. You would think it could. You would think it could. So we're keeping an eye on that one. And here's the Oracle. We talked about, hey, there's a Fibonacci extension level, 250 or so from the prior base, didn't work. Earnings gap didn't work. You got this prior low here, doesn't work. Well, okay, that's fine. It can sell off for sure. But at a certain point, it's getting close to a washout here. You can see daily RSI is 25. So you got the 200-day moving average. Some people, you could say maybe even this post-election high here, 195, 200, something like that. But you just look at how many days in a row, how much selling there's been consecutively here. Real chance that it washes out here in the next few days. And then, fresh momentum breakdown in Tesla. Boy, that thing has not shaped up well, has it? You flip this thing upside down. It looks a lot better upside down. Let's put it that way. You don't like it. You don't like it. We'll see if it can hold that 40 RSI, but it's, maybe 360, 350, something like that all of a sudden. But looking rough. All these levered kind of trades here. And then we tried to give the secondary compute names, the Bitcoin miners. You tried to be like, okay, well, maybe they're okay. Well, it doesn't look like they're okay. You lose the potential little channel there. You lose the 50-day moving average. You lose the Fibonacci extension target, the old high zone that mattered. Hey, maybe they can come in on the close and save it. But man, this is looking real nasty, real quick. And yeah, your next number down there would be 31, and we're at 42. So, again, not great. But yeah, let's try to leave it on a positive. I was doing some chart surfing, and boy, doing the chart surfing in the crypto, just trying to keep an open mind on some random stuff. Hasn't really worked, but the Coinbase here for the consolidation off of the all-time high test, not so bad. Not gonna lie, you can see it's like kind of a channel bull wedge consolidation. We'll see if that can persist, if that can continue. What we have 270, 275, something like that. I don't know. Keep an eye on it in the coming weeks here. You get into next year, keeps just hanging in this consolidation. Well, shit, that looks pretty compelling. You got to chill out, build up the energy to take out this all-time high here. It'd be something like chill out and then you rip into next year. I don't know. There's more crypto legislation coming, especially now that the government's reopening. But then again, you've got Bitcoin 99K and MicroStrategy breaking the fuck down. So that's all I've got for you guys today. And I just want to say, hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you like the video, do me a favor and like the video. And until next time, friends, we will see you. Have a great day and good luck out there.